What's good, YouTube? My name is Travis J, and welcome to my channel, Thrift Tips and Flips. I'm an online reseller, which means I go to thrift shops like Goodwills or Salvation Armies, or basically anywhere I can find low-price clothing or valuable items that I can flip on eBay or Mercari for a profit. In my first video, I did more of just an introduction for you guys so you can get to know me and the channel and basically what I'm going to be doing on this channel moving forward. In this video, I'm just going to be discussing how I prep clothing before I take pictures of them. A little bit later, I'll show you guys a clip of me actually taking photos of the pictures just so you guys can see, how I stand, how I take the pictures, and how the pictures actually come out. So the first and most important thing you want to do with your clothing hauls is always wash your clothing haul before you store and list them online. And the reason for this is because, well, for one, you never know the environment that the clothing were in before it got to the thrift store that you bought them from. And for two, even if the thrift store you bought them from washes every piece of clothing they get before they put it out for purchase, there's dozens or maybe even hundreds of people that are coming into contact with those clothing. At the time of recording this, we are pretty fresh out of a pandemic, so I don't think I have to mention how important it is to not spread germs. But on top of that, I don't think anybody should be selling dirty ass clothes anyway. I mean, that's just bad business for me personally. And the second most important thing to consider before taking your pictures is the background you're going to be using for your listings. So the key thing about a background is you just always want to make sure that it's as flat as possible, as clean as possible, and has as little distractions as possible. I personally prefer to use a white sheet just because it's the easiest option. It's easy to clean and it has minimal distractions on it as long as it's nice and clean. I have seen people use wood flooring for the backgrounds or a towel for their backgrounds, but I personally prefer to use white sheet because when you're using wood or towel, even the dividing lines in between them can even be distractions depending on what you're selling. Alright, so the first thing you want to do with the clothing hauls after you wash them is you want to re-inspect them for any flaws that you might have missed before, like it might be a small rip or a tear that you missed before. There might be some discoloration or some stains that didn't come out while you were washing them. There might be some loose threads, broken zipper, missing buttons, or basically you want to look for anything that might bring the value of that garment down before you take pictures or list it and see it later and either have to sell a flawed item or sell that item not knowing it and get a return on your eBay account. So after you look for flaws, you generally want to kind of like visualize the pictures that you want to have for the listing. I usually think about this in two ways. I think about the angles and the close-ups. The angles, there's really only three angles that you're going to need in general for clothing. You usually want a full front shot of whatever garment it is. You want to do maybe a couple pictures of clear measurements for that garment. And you also want to get a picture of the full back of that garment. And when it comes to the close-ups, you basically want to take a picture of all of the features that you want the buyer to see in that listing. So you want to get a picture of all of the tags, all of the labels, all of the pockets, any special features you see on that garment, anything that'll make that garment sell or give the buyer more details about that item before they buy it. Now, obviously, you're going to need different angles and close-ups for different types of items that you're listing and planning to sell on eBay, but these tips generally help for any kind of clothing, the angles and the close-ups. Alright guys, so now I want to show you a clip of me actually taking pictures of a vintage Mickey Mouse Unlimited Donald Duck tank top shirt. Just so you guys can see how I take pictures, you can see my setup for the most part, and you guys can see how the pictures actually come out when I list them. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you'd like to join the journey, you can always hit the subscribe button below. If you like what I'm doing here, you can always hit the like button and let me know in the comments, or if you have anything I need to improve on or anything I need to cut out altogether to make me editing and making thrift videos better altogether, let me know in the comments as well. On the next video, I plan to make a haul video, and I'm thinking about making a what sold video of all of my favorite items that has sold since I started doing reselling. But until then, thank you guys for watching. See you next time.